fouling too much. So just keep them in front and then push the pace offensively.
Small sample size, but what did you think of the offensive execution there?
We had some good moments. But like you said, small sample size. Just got to keep pushing the pace, get stops, and get out and run. We got to stop fouling.
Thanks, Dante.
Thank you.
Guys.
Yeah, Katie, 2 for 10 from 3. And I thought Dante and Naj both had some good looks. To your question about their offense, be interesting. Do they settle in shooting the basketball?
Bones Highland now with 7 points off the bench. 7-point lead for Denver. Shot clock at 1. Zeke Naji blocked by Gobert and a shot clock violation.
At these against Oklahoma City, it was an enormous advantage for the Thunder in both of those stretches. Zeke Naji back to getting minutes, so you're playing Jonas Valanciunas with Naji, and it looks like they're in a little zone here.
Highland swishes home a 3. What a first half for Bones Highland. 10 points.
And they need it. I mean, it's been a struggle for everybody else on the offensive end. This is a big lift for Bones.
He had been averaging just 3 points per game in his last 5. Cam Johnson trying to answer, cannot. But Johnson 0 for 3 from three-point range and no points in this game. And a traveling violation on Naz Reid. Like Denver, they have 22 games left, including today. Only 10 are at home. They have to still play the Pistons twice. Detroit with the best record in the NBA. Valanciunas call for the offensive foul. Bones Highland doesn't like it. Goes chest to chest with Valanciunas. Gobert comes in at times that rookie year. And then in year 2.
David, I feel like we have to remember how young. But listen, so much of the NBA is what's my opportunity? Do I fit?
Reed able to fight through contact but can't get the basket. Still, it's a 9-0 run right now going back to the first quarter for Minnesota. Brown penetrates, and that pass was not kicked. It hit a leg but wasn't kicked. 2-on-1. Dosunmu, one of the top transition players in the league.
He's just right. What's the elevation? 5,207. Like, as an opponent coming in here, they're going to get Highland for a foul on Hardaway. That first one.
As they ask for things to be reviewed.
Yeah.
Early in the second quarter as Hardaway gets the first of 3.
Because remember, Jamal would run the second unit. He got lifted first in the first quarter. They're in the second unit. So these final 20 games for Denver, when they do get Peyton Watson and Gordon back, all of these rotation things have got to be figured out.
And we are, now that we've turned the page and it's March 1, we're a month and a half away from the playoffs. Dosunmu's 3 way off. Minnesota 3 of 12 from 3. The bench, though, keeping him in the game. They've got 16 of their 31 points. Hardaway off the bounce, hits from the elbow. Tim Hardaway Jr. with his second field goal.
He's just a pro, right? Count on him. You know what he's going to bring nightly.
First year with Denver, 13th in the NBA. He'll be 34 in 2 weeks. McDaniels created some space from Hardaway and scores in the lane.
I like the non-looks, right? That's a nice looking move from Jade.
Hardaway drills a 3-pointer. He is 3 for 3, 2 of 2 from behind the arc, 10 points. He's had his best year shooting the ball. Career high 40% from 3-point range. Bones Highland, though, answers with a triple.
He has got that celebration down when he comes back up the floor. What a lift for Minnesota from Bones.
He's perfect from the field and has 15 points.
Nothing like playing the team that traded you away, Dave Pasch.
Yep. Now the same goes for Rudy Gobert. Remember, he was drafted and traded on draft day. He wears number 27 because that's where he was picked, 27. Randall with a kick out. DiVincenzo on the spot up, can't get the 3. Gobert backside board and stick back to tie the game.
Yeah, he's well over 3 offensive rebounds per game. Not going to call a lot of plays for him, but that's how you get your own.
Year 13 for Gobert in the NBA. Murray spins, fires, front rimmed it. He is 1 of 6 from the floor. And here's Anthony Edwards, 2 baskets, 4 points in the first quarter. Jokic still on the bench for Denver, hasn't played yet in the second. Randall pushes to Gobert, the floater not there. Nearing 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. These teams tied for 4th in the West with 23 losses. Houston is 3rd with 22. The Lakers are 6th with 24. Lakers right now, and they're in 7th. But without Dillon Brooks, who's been so good this year, Booker's been banged up. You wonder if they can climb out of that 7th spot. Been a great year, though, for the Suns. And Coach of the Year candidate Jordan Ott. McDaniels again able to create some space with the off arm against Murray.
You see, a year ago, Chris Finch saw the upside and said we need to deliberately put the ball in McDaniels' hands more often. And look at how it's paid dividends. Playing a little bully ball. Remember, this guy has big-time size.
So Jokic back on the floor. Denver was -11 with him on the bench. Brown way short on the 3.
And he didn't have any confidence. That looked like a guy who did. It almost looked like a batter with a check swing. No, I didn't feel like he believed that was going in for a second, Brown.
And Anthony Edwards was shaking his right hand. He got it banged up. He was dribbling mostly with his left as he brought it up the floor. Randle on the fall away. It's good for Julius Randle. His first field goal.
They need him to get going.
9 straight Minnesota points. Another tremendous pass, but an even better recovery. Randle with the swat. Edwards will pop and hit a 3. And here come the Wolves. They've scored 12 in a row, and they lead by 7.
A anxiety-provoking gold medal match.
Jokic for 3, in and out. Just his second 3-point try. Minnesota's outscoring Denver 23-7 in the quarter. Minnesota already with more points this quarter than they had in the entire first. Bad pass by Edwards. Good hustle by Randle to keep it alive. And it was any half for him. 13 for Jokic, 10 for Hardaway. Edwards has 7. He has to put the 3 up with 1 on the shot clock. And it's an air ball.
And only shake his head. Not great execution out of a short clock.
5-minute mark, second quarter. Cam Johnson looking for his first points of the game. Now draws Gobert. And you got Randle on Jokic. Murray in the lane. Gets the bounce. Jamal Murray's second field goal.
You know, Jamal, he's only 2 for 8, but he will have a stretch where he gets hot at some point.
McDaniels, who's got 10 points, has a smaller defender on him. Nice feed inside. Gobert fouled. And Gobert misses. An offense in the NBA as Gobert goes 1 of 2.
And it all started at the start of the quarter, right? When you sat Nikola and Jamal together.
Jokic at the foul line. That's a tough pass to handle. Knocked out of bounds by Minnesota. 10 to shoot.
You remember what Dante said to Katie in the first quarter interview?
8 defensively in efficiency this season. Jokic outside the arc. Misfire again. He's 0 for 3. He still shoots 40% from 3, but he's 6 for his last 26. Jokic setting the screen. Murray working with him. Shot clock at 4. Pull-up jumper is good for Jamal Murray.
Another set, though, that starts in the middle of the floor with your 2 best players.
Denver back within 4 with 4 to play in the first half. Here's Randle, just 2 points, coming off a 4-point game, a season low, and fewest since 2023 for Randle. Edwards, and Gobert was not expecting the lob pass. Hey, Chris Finch told Edwards to pass in the last game, and then Edwards hit that shot and said, that's why I don't pass.
I don't want him. I want him to shoot that shot. First of all, he's got such a beautiful jump shot, and he was clear.
Jokic with the floater, missed it. By the way, the relationship with Edwards and Finch is outstanding. They have a great rapport between the two. Edwards was just having some fun after the game the other day when he said, that's what I do. I think there was another word thrown in there when he said that.
Let's hope so.
Randle not close on the fall away. And neither team can put it in the cup right now.
And that's his game. Like, that fadeaway is on point, and it comes often.
That's a foul on Randle reaching in. That's 2 on him.